Alright, YouTube, J&T here, he's over there. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and this is episode 3 of the heads today. Notice how I am in the same shirt, and so is Jay. That's because we ended the video and then we started another video, so this will be later, so that's why. Anyway, before we get this video started, I wanted to say I would really appreciate it. You guys mean a lot, so keep commenting, like and subscribe, all that good stuff, to get all the information to people who need it. So, all right. Well, I will flip the camera and I'll let Jay take over.
Hey YouTube, this is J&T Customs. I'm Jay.
I'm T.
And how are you doing? We have 38 subscribers. Woohoo! We like all you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Our next goal is to get 50 subscribers. And so if you have friends, family, grandmother, anybody,
dog,
and have them like and subscribe. We appreciate it. So, anyways, all right. So we left off in the last episode that we marked these. All right. Now we're going to take our angle grinder. Wear your safety glasses. I have to put my reading glasses on because I can't see the bloody thing. Oh, actually, I can see it. It's not that bad, but I want to see it a little closer. But you should always use safety glasses when you're working with metal or any type of chemicals. Okay? And here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing this, and then there's going to be some moving around because T is going to put you on a tripod, and because it's going to be, I'm just going to let the camera roll, and we're going to go from there. All right. So here we go. You need to watch this, not me. What you want to do is you want to periodically check how far, because you don't want to take too much material off. And you want to get your gasket, put your gasket on there. And you want to double check and make sure, see how far you are on the line. I'm going to retrace my line here. And again, I could put the studs in for the exhaust manifold. Okay. That's good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flatten this out. And you want to look and feel every time. You do a little bit at a time. Okay, do a little bit at a time. You can see where I just hit that. Now see how that I just slightly hit that. Now that's not flat, it's just shiny, okay, because this is fresh aluminum. So as I'm in here, okay, there's just a little lip right here, so I want to flatten this out just a tad more. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. Sorry for the see if that's any better. Hopefully I'm not going to be right in the way and you'll be able to watch this. I'm going to bring this in a little bit more. Okay, that might work good. And I'm going to try to stand out of the way. Alright, good. Alright, okay, that's the roof. Double check with my gasket. Alright. That's it. So right about there, that's it. So now we can just clean it up a little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a round arbor and a drum sander. I'm just going to change the sander on it here. These are backwards. So tighten is loosen, loosen is tighten. And get and you want to be very gentle when doing this, okay, because it's aluminum. Aluminum is very soft and it goes very quickly. So material the material of the aluminum this will cut the material very quickly. So you want to be very gentle. You want to not dig in. If you want something immediately, then ask one of your friends to help you. Okay, this requires a lot of patience. This requires a lot of stop, check, stop, check, stop, check. Okay, because you don't want to make this wall too thin. All right, because if you do, you're gonna have a nightmare. Okay, so this just fits in here. That's just going to open the very mouth of this. Okay, the very end of the opening. You're not going to go all the way down. Okay, you just want to open up the very mouth. Okay. Because you can see here, I still have my Sharpie line. So I can come out to here. My Sharpie line is right here. My Sharpie line is over here. My Sharpie line is up here. But don't be overzealous either. Okay? Alright, very good. I'm just going to finish this out. See that we just did the outside, not the inside, and we didn't go all the way down into the chamber because it's not necessary. All we did was open up the outer part. Okay. Okay, that's how we're going to do the rest of the ports. I'm not going to sit here and watch you go over every port. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to show you what we did here. Okay. Now again, you know, I'm only opening the outer edge and I'm not touching the top. Right. Same thing, you want to mark. So, you see how you can see, alright, come on, focus. There you go. You see how you can see the whole entire wall of the chamber. You see how you can't here? Not only because, okay. See that? If you come over here, focus, come on camera, focus, give you something to focus on. There you go. Okay, yeah, these are pretty grody, but you can see the whole entire chamber. So we opened up just a little bit. We didn't open up much. We opened up just a little bit. That's all we wanted to do, is to just give it a little bit of breathing area. Okay. Now, you might be saying, why are the valves still in there? Because I don't want it to sit here and I don't want to change, I don't want to damage the valve seats. Okay, I'm not changing valves as of yet. So I don't want to damage this valve seat. If I'm working on this and I accidentally put it down on something, let's say a wrench, okay, or something gets underneath there, aluminum is very soft. So I don't want to sit here and I don't want to possibly damage this area. Okay. So, and I also want to make sure that I won't get any debris lodged in there. Okay. We are changing the springs, all right, and the retainers, okay, to a heavier spring. And then at that time, I'll address the valves, the valve seats, make sure that they're, you know, if I need to just clean them up a little bit, what have you. But we're going to be changing the springs, we're going to be changing the oil seals, and we're going to be changing the retainers, all right, to hardened ones. So, but this is it. Here's my gasket. Here it is. So you constantly check your gasket. Whoops, upside down. Okay. You check your gasket. So here, okay, I can actually take a little bit more material if I wanted to. All right. So I might do that. Maybe I'll just take a little bit more. Okay, and then this just will give it just a wider trumpet. Okay. So more air, wider trumpet, better flow. Okay. Always check your work. That is the big factor with this. You always want to check. You always want to continually check your work. Okay. You don't want to sit here and okay, I got this, and just keep digging, and then the next thing you know, you're outside of your gasket, or you punctured through the water jacket. Okay. So it is critical that you constantly look at your work. Okay, and look at where you are, what's happening, and how much material you're taking off. Okay, on an aluminum head, it is critical that you take your time. Cast iron head is going to be harder. Okay, but the tips that you're going to use, okay, the grinding, the files and stuff that you're going to use are hard. So they will be able to cut into that material, but it will take you longer to do. Aluminum is super fast because it's super soft. So like I said, we're using a grinding wheel, okay, with like 40 grit sandpaper on it. Same thing with this. This belt sander has got 40 grit sandpaper on it, and it's just tearing right through this. Okay, so definitely take your time. All right, constantly feel in here. You want to make sure that your walls, okay, are symmetrical, meaning that this wall feels the same as this wall. Okay, you don't want to have this wall too far this way and this wall straight. Okay, you want to make sure that they are both open and you have an even amount of flow for the air to get in and out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm now going to continue to do this. All right, once I'm done on both the intake and exhaust, once I'm finished, we will then come back and we will then continue our cleanup of the head and polishing the head. As you can see, this head does not look like that head. Okay, and once I'm done, we'll get them to look the same. All right, and then the heads will get put aside because right now there's a delay in the cams and springs and everything else because of COVID and no workers and so on and so forth. So it will take a bit of time before they get the parts in. So, all right. Until that next time, we'll see you.